Most fans would agree that General Hospital's Drew Kane is 50 shades of scummy. Now that Drew realizes Curtis was the one who told Willow about Drew's affair with Nina, which prompted Willow to call off the wedding, what nightmarish scheme might Drew dream up to seek vengeance against his former best friend? Drew lied when he told Curtis he wanted a truce, lulling him into a false sense of security while Drew plays the long game, as he confessed to Martin. It seems as though Drew is going to be even more dangerous to Curtis than ever before. So what new strategies could Curtis use to take down Drew? Here are 3 fun possibilities. Curtis is friends with Nina, and Nina is best friends with Ava Jerome, who isn't above killing, blackmailing, or tampering with medication to get what she wants. Considering that Ava has a mob past, she's one of the most dangerous women in Port Charles. It would benefit Curtis to align himself with her when it comes to the near-impossible task of overtaking Drew. Unfortunately, we don't get to see Ava and Drew in scenes together, so this idea would be a chance for the writers to switch things up a bit. Can't you just imagine her getting in Drew's face and hissing, "Curtis is my friend. Don't you dare make life hell for him if you know what's good for you." Drew would be scared out of his mind. And let's face it, Maura West would rock those scenes. Imagine how wonderful it would be if General Hospital did a crossover with The Young and the Restless. Picture it. It's the final scene of a Friday episode, aka cliffhanger time. Curtis calls a mysterious friend. Who does the friend turn out to be? The great Victor Newman from The Young and the Restless. Victor usually has people he calls to help him take care of his problems, so he could have enormous pull when tackling a problem like Drew. Maybe Curtis did Victor a favor in the past, and now Victor owes him one. Curtis is calling to collect, to pick Victor's brain for much-needed advice on the best tactic to take down Drew. Victor could fly from Genoa City to Port Charles for a private meeting with Drew to see what's got Curtis so rattled. Victor would probably laugh in Drew's face and view him as small potatoes compared to the heavyweight businessmen Victor has defeated in the past. He would surely put Drew in the same lowly category that he puts Billy Boy Abbott in. Another reason a General Hospital and The Young and the Restless crossover would be so fun is because it would be a treat to see Victor meet Tracy. They are both badass, fearless warriors who will fight to the death to protect their families. And considering everything Tracy has been through because of Drew, Victor would want to help her stick it to Drew somehow. Eric Braeden and Jane Elliott are 2 longtime powerhouse soap actors. Put them in a storyline together, and we would have soap gold. Curtis could team up with both of them to find the best possible solution to conquer Drew. Oh, if only the soap gods could make it happen that way. We would be in soap heaven. But at least Curtis has Ava to turn to, and she can be just as formidable and shrewd as Victor and Tracy are. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Caroline Carly Spencer on General Hospital is a character who knows how to draw an emotional reaction from us. Love her or hate her, she's always been a firecracker. She is impulsive and reckless at times, but other times, she shows us the warm and vulnerable side to her. Like all soap characters, Carly has experienced her share of pain and loss. Considering that she is a legacy character, as Bobby Spencer's daughter and Luke Spencer's niece, she has probably experienced more heartbreak than most other characters currently on General Hospital. Here are 3 of those moments. Carly suffered a miscarriage in 2000 when she was expecting her first child with Sonny Corinthos. It goes without saying that when their son, Morgan, was born in 2003, it was the most joyful moment of their lives. When Morgan died in an explosion from a car bomb in 2016, it was equally heartbreaking. What made it even more heartbreaking was that Carly had left him a phone message that he never got the chance to hear. A caring, consoling message telling him how much she loved him and believed he would overcome his difficulties at school. When Dante told her Morgan died, she couldn't help playing the message again and wishing everything could have turned out differently so for her beloved son. Carly's relationship with her mother, Bobby, started out rocky, to say the least. Carly first arrived in Port Charles seeking revenge against Bobby for giving her up for adoption. She got her revenge by sleeping with Bobby's husband, Tony Jones. But like most mothers and daughters on General Hospital, Carly and Bobby eventually mended fences and developed a close relationship. When Bobby died, Carly shared emotional scenes with multiple characters who comforted her through her grief, such as Elizabeth and Drew. Carly was grateful for Bobby's maternal love throughout her adult years, and she admired Bobby because she overcame her own personal demons. Bobby was a teenage prostitute, but she left that life behind to pursue a nursing career. Carly viewed her as an inspiration and took to heart the lessons Bobby taught her about the importance of family and believing in yourself. Thankfully, the tears Carly shed here were tears of joy, as she discovered that her longtime best friend, Jason Morgan, didn't die in an earthquake on Cassadine Island, as everyone in Port Charles thought. Jason always knows how to keep Carly grounded, telling her to count to 10 whenever she's faced with a problem she can't solve, and feels the urge to do something reckless. When Jason wasn't around, she turned to Jason's twin brother Drew, perhaps as a substitute? Carly's world always feels off-kilter when Jason isn't in it. Her happiness and overwhelming relief to see him alive brought a lump to our throats when he revealed his presence to her in her home. The on-screen chemistry between Laura Wright and Steve Burton sold us on the touching reunion. We almost felt as though we'd witnessed a miracle ourselves, just as Carly did. For over 30 years, we've had a front-row seat to the life of mobster Sonny Corinthos on General Hospital. We've seen him suffer through tragedies, like the death of his son, Morgan, and the ups and downs of several marriages. We've watched him go to war with enemies like Lorenzo Alcazar, Manny Ruiz, and Jen Sidwell. And we've witnessed his temper spin out of control more times than we could count. Here are 3 particularly nasty and nerve-wracking Sonny moments that grabbed viewers by the jugular and kept us watching until the final second. The most disturbing part of this scene is the fact that Sonny physically assaulted an elderly man. In a way, though, we could argue that Edward brought it upon himself. He stormed into Sonny's home uninvited and antagonized Sonny by rattling off a list of his crimes. When Edward turned his back to talk to Rick, Sonny removed his necktie and wrapped it around Edward's neck, choking him for a minute before finally letting him go. A shocked Edward stumbled out the front door, panting that Sonny should be taken out and shot like the rabid animal that he is. Sonny discovered that his wife, Claudia Zacchera, tried to kill him, but his son Michael got shot by mistake, which landed him in a coma. A furious Sonny exposed her crime at her birthday party, in front of numerous guests who had no idea what he was planning. The guests became unwitting onlookers who were left horrified by the time he finished verbally raking Claudia over the coals. 2 of Sonny's young children were present, Michael himself and Christina. By the time it was all over, they were both devastated to see their father so enraged, and Christina was in tears. Sure, the scene when Sonny kills AJ is nasty, but the scene when he almost kills him is a nail-biter also. When Sonny found his fiancée Connie dead in her office, he saw the initials AJ written in her blood. He rushed to the Quartermain mansion, gun in hand, and hounded AJ to confess to the murder. When Michael and Dante showed up, Michael pleaded with Sonny not to kill AJ, saying the murder would devastate him and his siblings. He reminded Sonny that AJ was his father also, and if Sonny killed him, Michael would cut him out of his life. Sonny relented and let AJ go, and later learned that AJ stood for Ava Jerome, the real killer. General Hospital spoilers reveal that some Harrison Chase and Willow Tate reunion clues are starting to emerge. Let's talk about why these exes could get back together and what it could mean for their future. During the week of August 48th, Willow will make another effort to fix the mess she's made. It sounds like Willow could once again corner Michael Corinthos and beg him to change his mind about letting her see the kids. Of course, Michael may stand his ground and argue that Willow hasn't proven she's stable enough for that. It's easy to imagine Chase coming along and overhearing Michael as he rips into Willow. GH spoilers say Chase will launch a confrontation with Michael in the August 6th episode, so that could involve a Willow-related face-off. Chase may come to Willow's rescue and defend her against Michael since she's in so much pain. Since Chase knows how important being a mom is to Willow, he may feel the need to back her up on this. Chase may bring some personal issues to the table as well, since he desperately wants a child and can't have one of his own since he's sterile. To make matters worse, Brooklyn Quartermain is on the verge of delaying their adoption plans. That could stir up some tough emotions for Chase ahead of this showdown with Michael. In other words, Chase will have sympathy for Willow and may think Michael's being cruel under the circumstances. We may see Chase become Willow's new defender, which could spell trouble since the writers have already foreshadowed problems in his marriage to Brooke Lynn. Willow could easily latch onto Chase as her next savior, and maybe even manipulate him into loving her again. Chase has always had a special place in his heart for Willow, so it probably wouldn't be that difficult. Now that Willow's engagement to Drew Kane has crumbled, and Chase's marriage may be falling apart too, a Chase and Willow reunion might be in the works. Would you like to see Willow and Chase become a couple again? Will they fall back in love for real? Or will Chase just become a pawn in Willow's custody game? General Hospital spoilers update for the week of August 4th to 8 reveals that Jason Morgan will shock Sonny Corinthos, while Harrison Chase deals with a crushing blow. Rick Lansing will also face a loyalty test, so let's talk about what's ahead on the ABC soap. Down by the docks, Anna Devane will have a strange encounter with Liesl Obrecht. Meanwhile, Ava Jerome will talk to Alexis Davis about cutting Rick loose when it comes to their blackmail arrangement, though it seems she'll put him through one final loyalty test first. If that involves Elizabeth Baldwin and coming to her rescue somehow, Rick is probably going to let Ava down. It's clear that Rick cares a great deal about Liz and may end up putting her first. As for Chase, he'll be devastated when Brooke Lynn Quartermaine delays their adoption plans. Brooke Lynn won't feel right about starting a new family when there's still so much upheaval with Giovanni Gio Palmieri. Afterward, Chase will get into an argument with Michael Corinthos, so he may rush to Willow Tate's defense and act like Michael's being unfair by withholding her children. Over with Sonny, he'll get stunning updates during a conversation with Jason. It sounds like Jason will come clean about all the clues that are piling up about Britt Westbourne's survival. Sonny will eventually bond with ADA Justine Turner, so could some flying sparks result? Are Sonny and ADA Turner headed into more romantic territory? Other GH spoilers say Lulu Spencer will find a new ally who might be able to help her. However, more parental struggles are on the way for Lulu and Dante Falconeri, especially since Danny Morgan may give Rocco Falconeri some risky advice. Rocco may latch onto Obrecht even more since his parents are going to be outraged later. Dante and Lulu may blame Liesl for brainwashing Rocco, but he'll refuse to keep his distance. As for Carly Spencer, she'll make a suggestion to Jack Brennan. It looks like Brennan and Carly will spend some time strengthening their romance, while Jocelyn, Jax, and Vaughn get ready to sell their fake one at the resort in Dalmatia. At the Five Poppies, Britt will ignore the orders she's been given since she'll be tired of staying in her room constantly. After Britt goes against the demands that have been made, there could be consequences if she's not careful. While Emma Scorpio Drake comes clean to Trina Robinson about her growing feelings for Gio, Drew Kane will turn to Elizabeth Baldwin for assistance. General Hospital spoilers for the next 2 weeks, August 4th to August 15th, reveal that Drew Kane will seek help with Willow Tate while Britt Westbourne goes rogue. General Hospital memorabilia, Carly Spencer will also have a proposal for Jack Brennan to consider, so there'll be a lot happening on the ABC soap. During the week of August 4th to 8th, Anna Devane will cross paths with Liesl Obrecht while Ava Jerome delivers a proposition to Alexis Davis, one that could cut Rick Lansing out of the blackmail scheme. As for Christina Corinthos Davis, she'll pay another $10,000 to Cody Bell in exchange for him upping the ante while seducing Ava. Over with Jason Morgan, he'll spill to Sonny Corinthos and presumably get his take on this whole Britt Westbourne situation. While Jen Sidwell tries to sabotage Tracy Quartermaine's next move, Danny Morgan will give Rocco Falconeri some guidance. Whatever advice Danny offers could backfire, since Dante and Lulu Spencer will have a reason to lash out. As for Michael Corinthos, he'll struggle with some suspicions and will divulge them to someone. Will Michael suspect Willow was Daisy Gilmore Corbin's stalker, or perhaps wrongly suspect Drew like Nina Reeves initially did? Could Michael's suspicions be about something else instead, like Drew's revenge on Curtis Ashford? Whatever the case, Willow seems poised to make another pitch to Michael and hope he'll allow her to see the children. Harrison Chase will end up clashing with Michael, so that conflict might come after Chase rushes to Willow's defense. Next, there'll be a thaw between Sunny and ADA Justine Turner, who has far more complicated feelings for Sunny than she'd like to admit. As for Emma Scorpio Drake, she'll confess to Trina Robinson that she feels more than just friendship for Giovanni Gio Palmieri. Drew will eventually corner Elizabeth Baldwin and seek her help, so we'll see if he wants to set up a Willow meeting. Perhaps Drew will ask how Willow's coping and drag Liz into his efforts to score another chance. Although Drew claimed he was willing to walk away, we all know he'll fixate on Willow and make another manipulative play for her sooner or later. Other GH spoilers say Carly will have a proposition for Brennan to consider: General Hospital memorabilia. That may involve a way to ramp up the romance between Brennan and Carly, but Brennan will keep secrets regarding the news of Jocelyn Jax's whereabouts in the meantime. Jocelyn will pretend to be Vaughn's wife at the Five Poppies Resort, where Britt's about to go rogue. Britt will ignore the orders she's been given and do whatever she wants, so she'll inevitably rile up her mysterious male boss. The week of August 11 to 15 could bring a Britt sighting for Jocelyn, or at least a close call. Once Jocelyn settles in with Vaughn on the resort property, she may spy Britt and struggle to believe her eyes. As Vaughn and Jocelyn work to sell their romantic charade, the lines between what's real and what's not may begin to blur. Will Jocelyn and Vaughn wind up getting passionate behind closed doors? Vaughn and Jocelyn's mission could be at risk, since Jason is growing increasingly curious about Britt's stint at the Five Poppies Resort. Jason could also come face-to-face with Jocelyn in Dalmatia if she's not careful. General Hospital spoilers say the next 2 weeks will bring some shockers and shakeups, so we'll bring you updates on all the excitement. General Hospital memorabilia. General Hospital spoilers reveal that some fans are asking if Kate Mansi is exiting GH after the young and the restless Elizabeth Hendrickson's Instagram clue. Hendrickson recently shared some exciting news with fans since she's tackling a fresh role, one that allows her to step behind the camera. Now that Hendrickson is directing at Y&R, she gave her followers updates and got plenty of positive responses. Of course, Elizabeth Hendrickson also received praise from her castmates as well as other key players in the soap world. That includes Kate Mansi, who is obviously a friend of Hendrickson's based on their social media exchange. Mansi had good things to say about Hendrickson's new directing gig. It's clear that Mansi's thrilled over Hendrickson's latest accomplishment, so let's look at her Instagram comment. "It's here! Can't wait to see. Infinitely proud of your hard work," Mansi insisted. However, Hendrickson's reply caused a bit of a stir on social media. Depending on how you want to interpret Hendrickson's words, they could point to Mansi leaving GH. "At Kata Mansi, love you, can't wait to see what you do next," Hendrickson said. Of course, Hendrickson could have just been referring to any other side projects that Mansi might tackle. It's possible Hendrickson just meant she was excited to see what else Mansi might do besides playing Christina in Port Charles. Still, there's no denying that what you do next part was intriguing. Hendrickson made it sound like Mansi might be departing GH and focusing on other projects, so it's worth considering her possible exit. Fans on social media have been buzzing about it and wondering if Kate Mansi could be on her way out. If Christina's role in Rick Lansing and Elizabeth Baldwin's car crash comes to light, big trouble could be brewing. Christina might go down for trying to kill Ava Jerome and nearly killing 2 innocent people instead. If that's the case, Christina could be looking at prison time, or at least a mental institution stint, depending on her legal defense. This might be a good opportunity to rest the character for a while, so that's something to keep in mind. General Hospital spoilers say Christina could still have some unpleasant shockers ahead, so stay tuned. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Cameron Matheson, who plays Drew Quartermain on GH, and his wife, Vanessa Arevalo, have announced their heartbreaking decision to split up after 22 years of marriage. In an Instagram post, the couple released a joint statement. The post read, "After 22 years of marriage, we have made the difficult decision to part ways. We enter this new chapter with deep love, kindness, and respect for each other. We hold gratitude in our hearts for the wonderful years we shared together. Our children have been and will continue to be our highest priority, and we will forever share in our devotion and love for them. We remain friends and both wish the best for one another. We sincerely appreciate your respect for our family's privacy during this transition. Cameron and Vanessa share 2 children, a son named Lucas, who is 21, and a daughter named Layla, who is 18. They were married on July 27, 2002. The pair first met in 1998 while employed as models in New York City. About a year later, they became romantically involved. From 1997 to 2011, Matheson played Ryan Lavery on the now-defunct soap All My Children. In 2014, he teamed up with Hallmark to make movies for them. He starred in 8 movies based on the Murder, She Baked novels, playing opposite fellow soap actress Alison Sweeney, and also played in a few Christmas movies on the channel. Cameron joined the cast of GH in 2021. In 2022, Vanessa had a guest stint on GH, where she played an executive coach named Mia Lombardi for 3 episodes. Matheson currently has a juicy storyline on GH. He's involved in a love triangle with mother and daughter Nina Reeves and Willow Corinthos. Cameron is extremely busy with multiple projects, including his game show, Beat the Bridge. He also has a multi-year deal with Great American Media and is filming movies and other content. Matheson provided some insight about his split from Vanessa about a week before the separation. He said it was like they were starting a new chapter in their lives, and Vanessa is in a self-exploratory phase right now. She's modeling again and traveling a lot. He wants to encourage that. In a recent Instagram post, he also mentioned that his kids were off from college this fall, and both of them would be venturing off to Europe. Lucas will attend the foundation program at Central St. Martin Fashion Design in London, and Layla will study psychology at the American University in Paris. The split also comes 5 years after Cameron revealed he was battling kidney cancer. Matheson announced his diagnosis on the show Home and Family on the Hallmark Channel in September 2019. He said that he had a procedure to remove the tumor, and because of his healthy lifestyle and eating right and exercising, his tumor had been there for maybe 10 or 15 years, but hadn't spread due to his excellent health. He is cancer-free. General Hospital spoilers hint that Dirty Drew Kane's next target may have just been revealed, so here's how the blackmailer may go too far. Drew just scored some new leverage that could cross the line and backfire on him in the end. General Hospital merchandise. In the July 31st episode, Martin Gray made the mistake of blabbing to Drew about Stella Henry being his angel. As Martin praised Stella for coming to his rescue and making moves only an insider could make with his insurance issues, the wheels were definitely turning for Drew. GH fans will recall that Stella finessed the system for Martin's sake and got his insurance reinstated. Stella wanted the details kept quiet and admitted to Martin they could get in trouble, so Drew may dig into this and score even more blackmail material. Although Drew is pretending he wants a truce with Curtis Ashford, he's actually playing the long game instead. General Hospital merchandise. Curtis told Willow Tate about Drew and Nina Reeves sizzling behind closed doors when Willow was falling hard for her now ex-groom. Since Curtis ruined Drew's wedding and happily ever after with Willow, he definitely wants vengeance. It's just a matter of Drew taking his time and playing this exactly how he wants. Even if Drew hands over the blackmail material against Portia Robinson, he may secretly keep a copy of it. Drew also seems poised to blackmail Stella now that Martin's piqued his interest about whatever shady insurance-related moves she made. Stella could potentially get fired if Drew exposes her actions, so Drew will have even more power over Curtis. Of course, there may come a point when Drew ditches the threats and finally follows through on them. Drew may stop all the blackmailing and shift to the total destruction phase, which could hit Curtis where it hurts. Both Portia and Stella could be out of jobs if Drew has anything to say about it. If Drew drags Stella into this, that bold move could end in disaster. That seems like the kind of thing that could push Curtis over the edge, so there's no predicting how far he'll go to retaliate. Tracy Quartermaine also considers Stella to be a close friend, so she could strike back against Drew too. Martin and even Kai Taylor may turn against Drew if Stella becomes a target. The General Hospital scoop for the week of August 4th hints Drew Kane will ask Elizabeth Baldwin for help. Also coming up, Christina Corinthos will try to raise the stakes with Cody Bell. Plus, Michael Corinthos will struggle. And Harrison Chase will disappoint Brooklyn Quartermain. GH spoilers tease Christina will put the pressure on Cody in her Ava Jerome seduction plan. "How about for an extra $10,000? Christina asks him in the GH sneak peek. But how will he respond? Over with Brooklyn, who wants to start a family with her husband. However, Chase isn't so sure it would be a good idea right now. "We can't adopt until you work things out with Gio," he'll tell her. So, can she talk him into it? Meanwhile, Michael will be suspicious of something this week. It could be he suspects Willow Tate was the mysterious person who was stalking he and Sasha Gilmore's daughter. Or will it be something else entirely? Other GH spoilers tease Anna Devane will run into Liesl Obrecht. Plus, Emma Scorpio will make a confession to Trina Robinson. And Jason Morgan will confide in Sonny Corinthos about Britt Westbourne. Finally, Drew will manage to ambush Liz, who won't exactly be keen on speaking to him. Since she took Willow in, she's had a front-row seat to the pain and anguish Drew has caused her. Be that as it may, he'll say he's worried about Willow, and he'll ask Liz how she's doing. He'll add he misses his fiancée, and will implore Liz to set up a meeting between them. But will she agree to do so, or will she tell Drew to get bent? Keep watching GH to find out. At any rate, it looks like a great week is coming up. Keep reading the Soap Scoop for more General Hospital spoilers and news, and make sure you join our free GH Facebook group. General Hospital spoilers indicate that Sonny Corinthos' new woman may have been revealed. Will a flirty encounter kick off a messy romance? General Hospital tickets, GH viewers know ADA. Justine Turner has been working hard to lock Sonny up, but there's a thin line between love and hate. Justine may not approve of the mob boss's crimes, but Sonny has some good qualities under the surface. Despite the tension between Sonny and ADA Turner, viewers have already seen some moments of connection between them. Another one of those moments is coming up during the week of August 4 to 8, and it could serve as a major turning point. General Hospital tickets. Sonny and Natalia Ramirez's romance was a flop with fans, so the show ultimately ended whatever bond they were building and gave Natalia a fatal exit. Now it seems like Justine is sliding into Natalia's spot as Sonny's next potential love interest. Are Sonny and Justine going to be paired up in a romantic story? In the August 6th episode, Sonny and Justine will have a conversation that brings them closer. This could be ADA Turner's chance to peel back some layers of Sonny and continue to see his softer side. Likewise, Sonny may find himself drawn to Justine as well. The more these two get to know each other, the messier things could get between them. Of course, Justine and Sonny can't trust each other, but that could be part of the appeal. There's some mystery and danger in play that could prove rather magnetic. Sonny may have to wonder if Justine is manipulating him in hopes of putting him behind bars. Meanwhile, Justine may question if Sonny is distracting her from her goal of sending him to prison. Since GH writers seem to be going somewhere with all this, it may not be long until Sonny and Justine share a kiss. General Hospital tickets that could lead to a one-night stand, or even a full-blown forbidden romance that's risky on both sides. Naturally, there's a good chance ADA Turner will turn out to be a flavor-of-the-month type of love interest for Sonny. It's tough to imagine Sonny and Justine having a lasting relationship or gaining real popularity with fans. Nevertheless, the writers may play around with Justine and Sonny as a pairing until a better option comes along. General Hospital sees Willow Tate finally seeing that Drew Kane Quartermain is bad news. And all she wants is to get her kids back. But Michael Corinthos is a huge roadblock. So in the end, Willow may want Drew to pay. And if Michael doesn't let her see her kids, Willow may wind up targeting both of these men. Okay, we just saw Willow dump Drew at the altar, which was amazing. That came after she finally found out he banged her mom, Nina Reeves. Then Willow ran over to Carly Corinthos Spencer's house to beg Michael to let her see Wiley Quartermain Corinthos and Amelia Grace Corinthos. Of course, Michael wouldn't let Willow anywhere near the kids because she was a hot mess. She just looked manic. The next day, when she woke up at Elizabeth Weber's, she realized just how bad it was. Willow said this whole mess with Drew taking over her life, and Nina also lying to her, is just like what Shiloh Archer and Harmony Miller did to her. I did a video about Drew and Shiloh being a lot alike. Be sure to check that out here. I'm so happy that Willow finally saw the similarities between Shiloh and Drew and how they've treated her. Willow also admitted to Liz she made a huge mistake going over to Carly's in the state she was in after the wedding disaster. Willow is right about that because now Michael isn't sure he can ever let Willow near the kids again. He thinks she's unhinged and doesn't see her getting back on track. Let's be real, Michael actually has no idea just how dark Willow has gone. He's kind of blaming Drew for everything, but on her own, she's gone bad. If Michael found out that it was Willow messing with baby Daisy, which drove Sasha Gilmore out of town and cost him his kid, Michael would be absolutely furious. Nina knows that too. She just brought it up. Meanwhile, Rick Lansing is working on Willow's case. He told her he would do the custody thing pro bono, which means free if you didn't know. But in reality, Nina is paying him his usual rate. Rick can't tell Willow that her mom's paying him because she turned down the help. Rick advised Willow to be patient and wait for the custody hearing in October. They'd get all their ducks in a row by then. Rick told Willow, "Be sure you stay away from Michael. Stay away from the kids. Follow the court order because you've lost all credibility. We got to rebuild it. If Willow doesn't let things die down, she may never get custody of her kids back." Rick said, "They've got to show the judge that Willow is following the court's ruling." Of course, Willow ignored Rick. She left the house like 5 minutes after him and ran over to the Quartermain mansion to see Michael, begging him to let her see Wiley and Amelia. She reminded him she dumped Drew, which was what Michael said Willow had to do to see the kids. What she doesn't know is Drew was just there right before her, pressing Michael about Willow and the kids, which really annoyed Michael. It seems a long shot that Willow's going to get anywhere. I don't think Michael's going to go against court orders or let Willow see the kids. I expect Michael to say no, and Willow to be very upset, with things getting worse from there. In her desperation, she told Michael she would come back to him like a consolation prize or something. He told Willow, "No thanks." But she's so desperate, she might even try to seduce Michael. I hope not. Even if she does, I'm guessing he'll turn her down. Based on General Hospital spoilers for the end of this week about Willow being on a mission, it sounds like she's not going to stop until she gets what she wants, which is the kids. I can see Michael rejecting Willow, which sends her off the deep end once and for all. She starts plotting to take down Michael. Remember, Drew planned to taint Michael's blood work at General Hospital to look like an opioid addict to help Willow's custody case. He was going to make Portia Robinson do it. Then she told Willow about it, who seemed to think it was a good idea because Michael's playing dirty. Maybe Willow will pick up that ball and decide to do that scheme and tinker with Michael's test since she has access as a General Hospital nurse to the computer system. Or even more wicked, Willow might actually just go ahead and drug Michael. Or she may come up with another plan to make Michael look like a bad parent. Willow could sneak into the Quartermain house and pull some stunts like she did when she was targeting Daisy and Sasha. Michael's not the only one I suspect Willow may target. She may decide to take down Drew and punish him for deceiving her, sleeping with her mom Nina, and costing her custody of Wiley and Amelia. Maybe Willow will decide to make Drew's punishment fit the crime and plot to make him lose custody of his kid, Scout Kane. If Drew did something and was found unfit, Scout would be safe because she'd go to her grandma Alexis Davis, I'm sure. Maybe Willow drugs Drew with some more ketamine, causing another incident that makes him look twice as guilty. A repeat incident would destroy his credibility, making him look like an addict, a party boy, and a liar when he said he was framed the first time. All the blood tests proved was that ketamine was in his system. It didn't prove he was drugged versus taking it voluntarily. Willow may also try that or another move. The goal is to make Drew lose his seat in Congress and lose Scout. Willow feels like he cost her everything important in her life and left her with nothing. She truly despises Drew. Even worse, he still wants Willow. And I don't think Drew is going to stop pursuing her and badgering her to reunite. That may drive Willow even crazier, making her more spiteful, angry, and determined to destroy Drew. I expect Michael to reject Willow this week when she begs to see the kids. She'll probably back down, act like she's following Rick's advice and honoring the judge's ruling. But secretly, Willow may start plotting to destroy both Michael and Drew. If Willow can keep up appearances and not let on, that she's mentally spiraling and doing devious things, she might get away with it. Even if Drew and Michael don't figure it out, I bet Nina and Liesl Obrecht will know that Willow is doing bad things. Liesl knew immediately that Willow was way too happy Sasha ran off with Daisy. If catastrophic things start happening to Michael and Drew, I think Nina and Liesl will figure it out fast. They may try to stop Willow just to save her from her own worst impulses. Nina said to Maxie Jones that she thinks Willow did a bad thing that could make it so she would never get to see her kids again. That was the whole Daisy-Sasha thing. That could happen. If she does more things, she really could lose permanent custody of her kids. However, I do think it'd be a lot of fun to see Willow try and destroy Drew. But Michael, well, he really doesn't deserve it. So, we'll see how it goes. Here's your General Hospital spoiler sneak peek at some of the action that will take place in Port Charles the week of August 4 to 8, 2025. Be sure to tune in to ABC each weekday to see how it all plays out. Anna encounters Obrechtova makes a proposal. Britt is taken aback. Chase runs into Gio Rick and Molly meet for dinner. Jason confides in Sunny. Michael shares his suspicions. Carly and Lucas have a frank discussion. Willow tries to make amends. Sidwell attempts to deter Tracy. Sunny makes a connection. Chase confronts Michael. Lulu enlists an ally. Laura summons Dante. Danny advises Rocco. Anna pulls some strings. Emma opens up to Trina Jordan. Updates Laura Brooke. Lynn confides in Sunny. Ava puts Rick to the test. Carly pitches an idea to Brennan. Drew seeks out Elizabeth. Keep an eye out for these major moments of the week. Things are heating up both in Port Charles and over at the Five Poppies. Here are 3 major moments to watch out for this week on General Hospital. Anna will play a major part in Jason's search for Britt this week. After encountering Liesl on Monday, the police commissioner will pull some strings later in the week, and by Friday, she'll give her 2 cents to Jason. She didn't question Jason's theory that Britt is alive, and if she gets any intel from Liesl, he'll be the first to know. The week will start off with Ava making a proposal. It's unclear whether this is a proposal for Alexis or Rick, but as long as it's not Rick proposing to Ava, we're good. Ava will, however, put Rick to the test on Thursday. She's been frustrated with his constant closeness with Elizabeth, unbeknownst to her that Cody is pursuing her simply for Christina's gain. Lulu and Dante are said to end the week very angry, but why? Spoilers tease that Danny will advise Rocco earlier in the week. Will Rocco contact Liesl again? Or worse, try and find his surrogate mother himself? If he gets the inkling from Jason that Britt is alive, there will be nothing stopping him from going to find her. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, August 4th, reveal that Jocelyn Jacks will sell a bogus Australia story to Carly Spencer, while Cody Bell scores an extra $10,000 from Christina Corinthos Davis. General Hospital tickets. For starters, Jocelyn will move ahead with her plan and act like her grandmother's friend in Australia needs some urgent help. Joss will suggest that putting some distance between them will help her figure out what she wants, so Carly may like the sound of that. Of course, Carly won't realize that Jocelyn is actually headed to the Five Poppies Resort in Dalmatia, where Joss and Vaughn are ultimately going to pose as newlyweds. As for Jason Morgan, he'll remain stunned since he could hear Britt Westbourne's voice in the background during that resort call. It should leave Jason totally convinced that Britt's alive and staying there. Britt will also be caught off guard in Monday's GH episode, so we'll see if she gets any hints about Jason digging around. General Hospital tickets. In the meantime, Brooke Lynn Quartermain will leave Harrison Chase taken aback as well. Since Brooke Lynn won't want to adopt a child until she figures things out with Giovanni Gio Palmieri, that news will throw Chase for a loop. At some point, Chase will bump into Gio and may give him a nudge toward reconciliation with Brooke Lynn. However, Gio won't be ready for that, and his mind will be on other things anyway. Since Gio's volunteered to search the lab while Emma Scorpio Drake is attending Professor Henry Hank Dalton's important lecture, he'll be walking into a risky situation. Gio will push Emma to keep this between them and hope to find out anything Dalton might be hiding. While Rick Lansing joins Molly Lansing for dinner and perhaps listens to her latest Cody rant, Cody will meet up with Christina. That'll give Christina a chance to deliver new orders regarding the Ava Jerome seduction plot. But Cody will seem hesitant to accept them at first. Christina will offer to throw in an extra $10,000 for Cody's trouble, so he'll quickly get on board once there's more cash involved. Next, Ava will have a proposition for Alexis Davis to consider. After Ava says she's about to do Alexis a huge favor, she may propose a way to cut down on Alexis's blackmail expenses. Ava might be trying to push Rick out of this arrangement, so stay tuned for updates on her pitch and how Alexis will respond. Finally, General Hospital spoilers say Anna Devane will run into Liesl Obrecht, so she may fish for Britt info now that she's heard Jason's side of the story. General Hospital tickets. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you.